Hey everyone, welcome back to Unsolicited Bourbon Reviews, episode 32. I know we've been on a bit of a sabbatical over the last week or so, so we have a major gap in time, and from when we did episode 31 to 32, I was knocked out with the flu, and when you had the flu and you're feeling like shit, most people, the last thing they want to do is drink bourbon, and I fall under that category of most people, but feeling a little bit better, so glad to get back to these reviews. And today, since we haven't done one in a while, we'll go ahead and throw in another fun one, another allocation from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. So today we're going to be doing Hancock's Presidential Reserve. It's a pretty fun one. It's pretty hard to find. Price point, I got it for $36. Resale value is $200 plus. Again, a stupid amount to pay for whiskey, especially for a 88.9 proof. A little bit about this. Again, this is from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's one of their offerings, and it's named after Hancock Lee, who founded the Leestown settlement on the Kentucky River, which was a major port, shipment port, and one of the major import exports was American whiskey. So, the spirit of Hancock Lee, Buffalo Trace decided to do a line of Hancock's Special Reserve bourbon whiskey. Just like any other Buffalo Trace offering, age, they're not upfront with this one, so it's a little interesting, and also for the mash bill, but is it considered a high rye mash bill? So it's anywhere from 12 to 15% rye. So, so yeah, I got my hands on this not that long ago. It's not, let's say, everyday drinker. It's not terrible, but not great. No, kind of get into the review, but again, people pay stupid amounts of money for this. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it, and we'll just disclose, in my opinion, if it's worth the hype. So go ahead, open up. Again, you're not going to quite get that ethanol smell, because again, it's going to be a little bit lower proof. So again, 88.9, as you can see on the label. Age, again, looking at this, it's probably in the, I say at least a 6 to 8 year mark. And another cool thing about the bottle's pretty cool. It's got a pretty cool design. I know you can kind of tell it's kind of groove, and it kind of, again, looks pretty cool on your shelf. Label's pretty cool. So again, I think in terms of conversation piece, this definitely makes it worthwhile in terms of if you get it on your shelf and you want to talk about it and have some friends over and drink it. Go ahead, since I've already had this before, we don't really need to let this breathe. I actually opened this a couple weeks ago, had some neighbors over and other guys who really into bourbon, and it's a pretty nice treat. So smell it. You definitely smell that rye, because it's a high rye, so you're definitely gonna get that cinnamon spice on the nose. Ethanol, you're not gonna quite get that. Again, lower proof. Get some vanilla, definitely some vanilla. It's a very typical Buffalo Trace mash bill with that vanilla, and then get some fruit in there, a little bit of fruit forward, maybe a sweeter cherry or sweeter peach for that matter. But we'll go ahead and take a sip. Very smooth. Again, you're gonna get that very drinkable. I will say it's very fruit forward. And then later in the palate, they have more of an oak taste, more dry. I think, again, that's where that rye notes really kick in of it being a high rye. So you're gonna get more of that tannous, oak, dry taste. But it complements it well. It's sweet vanilla fruit in the front end, and as it kind of goes to the finish, it get that more of the earthy rye taste. So we'll go ahead for a second sip. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good stuff, and I'm glad I got my hands on this. We'll go ahead and rate it. So value, it's under $40. This is definitely a good under 40 drinker. If you're gonna pay aftermarket for this, I would definitely pass. Just not worth it. Taste, I say it's very average. I'd say it's 7. It's kind of one of my least favorite Buffalo Trace offerings, and that's tough to say considering a lot of people rave about this, but it's nothing really to write home to mom about. So between value, I say value is an 8, but if you actually pay MSRP for it. Taste is 7. We'll just give it an overall 7, nice solid 7. We'll go ahead and end on a high note. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. Talk soon.